ho kwan se solar park kese pa wonsi ewo ma Ghana mu na ntimi monyu mekwa hodo titiri no sane ebe na enyina monkane a wo yuso ne bitima ba fom na solar no atimi aboa ne enyina monkane a ho nsem no atimi afa ne tomapa ediefira na sa adwumadi surunkun dawa industrial zone el greater Accra mantam mu ho na mpinifo hwe na wayo no na o mampanyiri tirem se hwie bi 2032 die na mpinifo tima wie na wo wie enyina monkane a no be ye 1000 megawatt na chese o ma Ghana yensa beka edi free solar plant no ho na mpinifo be na kakra ne edikan 200 megawatt na chese yensa betumi aka ne tosum yenu 100 megawatt na chese mpinifo enu nkuma asa kosi se 1000 megawatt ni nyina ano betumi aboa na Ghana atumi abo yenyina mo honsem o mampanyiri de asobo fom en wode to Ghana fo nyina nim se yenya gidie ewo aban mu na hyehye pa na aban ne de gu apono so obehwe hu ni se yenyina mo nkane a honsem de ebeku yi papa ewo mai mu.
Energy is not just the future, but it is also the present. This project shows that Ghana does not need to choose between economic growth and environmental protection. We can have both, and indeed we must have both. Distinguished guests, the Solar for Industries project is not just a power plant. It is a message that Ghana is prepared to lead the next phase of Africa's industrial renaissance, energized by the sun, propelled by innovation, and upheld by our collective determination. As we cut the sword, let us remember that every light that shines from this solar park will illuminate not just the factories and homes, but the aspirations of millions of Ghanaians whose dreams rely on energy and power. Let us build this project with integrity, speed, and purpose, so that when we return here to commission it, we can all say with pride that this is the dawn of Ghana's clean industrial revolution. I wish to thank you for coming, thank you for your attention, to thank our partners and everyone whose efforts will turn this dream into a reality. The future we're creating requires partnership rooted in trust between governments, investors, communities, and the environment. And this project, Solar for Industries, embodies exactly that spirit. Our long-term energy vision is founded on 3 pillars: 1, sovereignty; 2, sustainability; and 3, security of supply. Sovereignty involves generating more of our energy locally and using the sun, wind, and water provided by nature to do so. This is how development should work: one project generating many opportunities. Ladies and gentlemen, as we pursue industrial growth, we must also restore our natural heritage. Our rivers must run clear, our forests must regenerate, and our communities must breathe clean and fresh air. The Solar for Industries initiative supports the wider environmental agenda, aligning with the Blue Water Guards, the Tree for Life Reforestation Program, and the Clean Ghana campaign. Together, these initiatives are transforming Ghana into a model of ecological harmony and economic development.
Oswafo wo hwe ahodenie so eye onmunyafo John Abdullahi Jinapono panyi de atodwa se enche bia eye atoabo gas processing plant no phase 2 no aban ebehya ase aye ho adwuma wo se we no eba beboa se de be ya hodenie a efiri honom eba no ebetimi agina ne naso yi esanse honom se no man nim nyamfa so honom papa afen so wo sanse ebeboa ama se Ghana mabunu eba benya adwuma ye esanse sa phase 2 yomba beshasi eye adwuma kwan ena ebiama Ghana mabunu.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we have a gas to power policy. And so I'm happy to announce to you that in the coming weeks, we shall commence the construction of a second gas processing plant to utilize our own gas and ensure that we use that gas to power our thermal plants and also for industrialization.
Yes, sir. President Mahama. You say, or you're listening, President. Yes, sir. Chairman, as you look at ya. You say, or you're listening, Chairman. Yes, sir. Ghana gas, yes, as now. Omoba fire wanuchi. ɛde yɛ Ghana gas phase 1 omuntuae yɛsrɛ mo yɛpɛ sɛ omoba Ghana gas omo kan kyerɛ Ghana gas pinfo no mo mbra yɛntra ase ɛwɔ atoabo Paramount City hɔ na yɛnyɛ nkyehye ɛnto adwuma no ho na omuntuo yɛ sika no so maye na omunye kwan ɛnyɛ circumference no ɛnyɛ sa circumference no yɛ mo kwan mo nyɛ ɛna A34 na ɔmodɔ afuo na 5 months omuntuo ɔmo ka no yɛsrɛ mo ɔmodua
Penye wɔhwɛ akyire sɛ kwankyerɛfoɔ Ghana National Petroleum Corporation ɛne owura Kwame Into Amoa na wɔpenye ne wakasa ɛde atodwa sɛ ɛkɔ no dwumadie ɛbɛfa ne tɔn apadie fira braso sɛ yɛnya gidie ɛwɔ Ghanafoɔ mu nti no ɛkɔ no adwumayɛfoɔ no nyinaa no bɛyɛ Ghanafoɔ wɔn nso de wɔn sika bɛhyɛ nnwuma no mu no ɛbɛyɛ Ghanafoɔ no yɛhu ne sɛ agyapadeɛ no ɛyɛ ɔman Ghana dea.
Afin local content conference and exhibition ekoso ewo takrade na owura Amoa edetso empanyufo ne womo mo kan bi wo nyina anim se ehu behia yie pa se frango ho dwumadi ayedie ebo ye memu no ye behwe se ye beye no kwan a ye ne amahodo nyina betimi asi akan na enkoye se yenko a yenho no na ye si akan na emum no ye betimi ene amahodo so nyina asi akan amade ye no emfaso mapa ebetimi abemu na asanso ayesronko wo se dwumadi mudi nyina no eye nanso so no emredru se omofa kwa ahodo so na omudi bi ka ho se de beye a ebetimi awie peye ama Ghana ye fango ho dwumadi no etimi aye kamakama dwumadi na sempanyufo bebre na ene kopi ase etoato adwen esoso ya adwen ehwe kwan a ye fango ho adwuma no ebetimi akwa anim yi osanso de to aso se eba ne sa akonya bebre na ene bebo ato honom amayen.
We are investing in research and technology with our new GNPC Research and Technology Center, a hub that will nurture innovation, data integration, and industry-academia collaboration. We are expanding opportunities for Ghanaian businesses through stronger vendor partnerships, local participation frameworks, and enterprise development initiatives. And through the GNPC Foundation, we are continuing to engender the spirit of entrepreneurship and scholarship and skills development as we empower these communities in which we operate to sustain the sector's long-term growth. GNPC is a $2 billion per annum enterprise with a significant portion of our procurement controlled by partners who operate different aspects on our behalf. Indeed, that's the nature of the industry, where amongst joint venture partners, one is selected to operate on behalf of the others. We are, however, rapidly becoming an emerging force that enables us to operate on our own or on behalf of others, thus controlling a significant portion of the EMP procurement. So through the pathways that we're charting from offshore to our inland basins, we're steadily bringing control back to Ghanaians. The opportunities in both existing fields offshore and the Voltairean Basin provide new space for indigenous companies to thrive and blossom.
Ghana edwadifo nkabomu kwomu ene eye ICAMS for Afayonko Metre Integrated Customs Management System. We ni nyina ene se omo peso omo hwe kwan a Ghana edwadifo ni hihwe no omo kra niema ba omemu no ombetimi ate customs for adwuma na se na afin so niema omo de ba no how bi e bata ho no omo no betimi aka bom ahwe aso ano ma bibia akoye.
At the end of the program no the person who no say friend say ye beti omudwumadi na se na se ye nyomudi eye nkitahudi na se ye kɔ ɔhaw bi mu a ekwan ben so ne befa a ombe so anu amaye nti we want to achieve a collaborative effort between GUTA and then Ghana League the ICOMS adebi atembia no se omoba ye na se no mo kire bibia omukɔ ne bibia omodru ya femu de se ye na almost all my family say because in Pempia na complaints no doso we say me niema I say me didn't be too mu na nko na obi say link bi na anye ye ntini na delay uniema na utua demorage ni nyina ya de bia ye hwe ekwan ye befa so aso ano
good any Ghana link e won kita wo bebre na se ye shemokina say ye be any such we say koye ni mu no cramp no e benya that kind of link be in terms of phone calls directly to them in terms of any issue be now quickly no it shouldn't be say important be high immediately our issue panel there's a line to call her a bit me no collaborating that clear issues being tempted they are here to break it down now will be how the system works until obi ebia bibi osusu bibi se bia the agent can be chena on tiasia and the importer is here interacting with Ghana Link directly to know what it is
abefo ifidi ID yi na mefi port no yen na yehwe so ana se yen na di ho dwuma enti ye na ye hwemu ani gutafo de hwa wo no se ye dan ye ifidi no eni kakra a kire gutafo no se de be ya ombete ifidi no se de adwuma esi ye adwuma afa se de be omo so be ho be hinha won be adwuma mo ye mo bibi wo ma ye frɛ no PMD pre-arrival destination je se obetimi ede nkrata wode be yi na ma na fi port no obetimi de akodan customs wa bra onyama ne kra enyambe du port akra enti odwadini no wenya kwa amanone akoto onyama no wonsanya ka de abrofo omo frɛ no bill of lading no chese krata e chese onyama bi gu eposo e de si ship so wo eposo no sa krata ne frɛ no bill of lading no any invoice no onya de to your system na de mark customs a yetimi di hu dwuma ma obetimi etua ho duty kra ansa na nyama na ba bedu na chese e biama bedu a wonya tio duty na de hia ne so be port no wakakọ yu nyama de fi ho enti ene se ebia nyama ne maaye ba se okita bill of lading and I say wo invoice na wodi mi no kambo na so de mark customs for now de 2 year fidie no so icons no so a customs for di hu dwuma wie otimi tua duty ochina anase ochina echi nyama ne bedu next week de ane se wo port makakọ yi empem bebre no dia amafo ta ye ne se obi ambo so mo twen mo nyama de ba bedu a ansa na omo de customs asate di sankita ho no ene ma ya na se nyama ne che no ba se ofa ye PMD kwan no so e de nyama ne kodan customs a yetim ye ne tema wo ma ugi nyama temfi port enti se de nhyehyɛ ne tie no se omo ti se de a nhyehyɛ ne etie a ase a omo ti ase a na omo ti me ne omo house agents custom house agents no edi nkita ho intemtem se de be ya omo bebi abekoto otin enti ye pese omo ti se de dwuma ye fide no eye dwuma fa
eku ahwe abato ho nsem so ewo NPP amanyuko no aye ne se nyakopon ya domo a bosume ewo mu ni de to so edumiansa register ana secretary no na bebo abato no obede na di ama nipa no mepese 2 franka ewo NPP mu no obibiansa atuma ka bi ebebo omo ama delegate beto ba no omo huni se obi asefata obi adi wo bia wo obi anso di wo bia wo se eto aba na atumi abo ama abato no duru ho no mo a akojojo.
The nationwide voter album verification and validation exercise encompassing all constituencies and external branches have been successfully concluded. During the process, some minor IT-related and clerical discrepancies were identified, including omissions, misspelled names, and inaccurate entries for voter ID and telephone numbers. These are purely administrative in nature and do not in any way affect the integrity or credibility of the voters' register. I'm pleased to report that all such issues are currently being rectified. Additionally, the exercise confirmed report of some delegates who have passed on, as well as others who have forfeited their membership pursuant to Article 391 of the party's constitution. In the interest of full transparency and fairness, all aspirants will be furnished with the provisional voter register on Thursday, November 13. 2 weeks will be provided for verification, observation, and feedback before finalizing the register. As we advance toward the 2026 presidential primaries, we reaffirm our unflinching dedication to a free, fair, transparent, and credible electoral process, one conducted without fear, favor, or bias. We respectfully urge all aspirants, supporters, and the media outlets to exercise restraint and responsibility in public commentary, refrain from circulating unverified information that may cast unwarranted doubt on the integrity of the process or the party. Together, we will uphold the NPP's tradition of democratic excellence and institutional discipline. Long live the New Patriotic Party. Long live the Republic of Ghana.
Abusuafo madaroma ye home kasebo no so agye abofo nkrato a edi kan abasisia. Abusiafo yesan mo makwaba yeto akase ebo no eso na eye NPP amanyoku omo presidential primaries a eba so nyame yadoma January bosmede to so aduasa ba akwa afefufuro mu no na sese party ni mpanyufo den hye egu akwan mu etwen na eye presidential election committee panyi awoda no eye kane be kwa imrahye bedwani onmunyafo Joseph Oseiwusu wode atudwa se party ni mana ya twen omasensen no omuni akwenya se abano omutu bi kopem se de wo so omoye esan mo omo ba biem no omo ayewi.
I do know is that under the constitution of the party you lose your membership when you contest against the party's candidate or you campaign for a candidate other than the party's candidate. It's automatic. So the party's amnesty was specific that anybody who has a disparate proceedings or a punishment hanging on his or her head is being granted general amnesty, except those who have forfeited their membership. And they specifically said, if you forfeited your membership, then apply through the process. Generally, my view has been that, well, you forfeit your membership today, you can rejoin. You're a beginner. But until 2 years have elapsed, you do not qualify to compete for any position. So if you had a voting right and you lost your membership, you may have rejoined, but you don't return to your position. You're starting afresh. Therefore, you do not qualify to vote until after 2 years.
Orumunyanfo Kennedy ohene Japan campaign for we ni mepese tu franka edema NPP amanyuko no hono panyide na probo akwakopie mu ewo framantam mu kura ye frɛ no adidome emu na kuri wo central tournaments ne mu ne ka sɛm na wo tim sɛ Ghana nyakopon adome yade papa koko enchine good timber na so ohia edokore ye no eni soso nti sɛ Ghana forman ho kwan no wo ba obetu ohia se na framantam no nsase omo no yede bedo nnuane dodo Ghana ye nyabia di enyabi nso akoton wa mono ne ye nyesika di atechire oman no.
Reality on the ground no, is so beautiful. The share a voter region, the share wa ha me hu bida. Na the enemy one say voter there me from IBP because 2023 they are one of the few regions that almost share Ghana in how to do it. Time na Ghana, like I say majority of us no enya kan nani so ade hu ne enya nte ase na voter te ase deda. Nti omo man no e man ne weni wa. Nti wa rehwem se enne nkomo a yedi ni de ekoso ne de memede mani ehunu no ense sai kese pa eba na mewo arehwem se nkunimdie ebe ye Kennedy ohene Japan dia na ono so ban so a MPP beji akonya no na ono so nkwaso na oban so a youth unemployment enne abaye ye headache ye dadwene kese ewo Ghana ha no e mabulu benya dwuma ye because e bai wo hwa o ye practicals bebre offer no achiro recently a few minutes ago no achiro kwanya ethanol from maize what you can do with cassava, what you can do with venison, almost everything you do be Ghana then no ahokeka said ye hu no nemu na mesre other delegates across the country say baby adru no nibre baby adru no unemployment asem ne kan baby adru no wisam so be hu obabru bi awie school ti efie ben fie mienu miensa ene Ghana ni peduma ni hope nyina ye security service yemfa no police soldier na migration and also no intimi mfa obi a police and soldier na migration. The best is to create opportunity, an enabling environment, and an industrialize the country. Now you know, instead some people seek opportunity, no, they will rather be the ones creating the opportunity to allow others to come on board. Into the air can I say, I need some and then nearby and so no. You almost share your fellow. So in fact, the man who no ashim in crime. Say I suffer some moka, the eating or tromu, the eating or yefiemu, the eating or chobano, ebrenaso. Na the man who hano, me knew one single doubt say, come 31st January 2026, Kennedy ohene Japan, ebeye the flag bearer of NPP. Na minim say 2028 so December 7th, obeye
Onimunyamfo broja Jemfi ena woye soafo a wohwe bambo ensem opanyi ede atodwa se enche bia ye presidential jet no ebeba abedu ye memu ahyase ayedwuma wose maintenance bia wose efemu no afemu pepepe na ebeba agese company na omo eye maintenance no attest ahwese bibia deda na akwem ansa na aba abedu no se de okan de onim se bibia deda na akwem nti enche bia ye presidential jet no ebeba abedu ye memu wode ensem yi tudwa abra onmunyafo kwadwo damwa German South Mashebedwani ebisa ensem efa presidential jet no eho.
Mr. Speaker, the Falcon 900 executive aircraft was ferried to Dassault Falcon Services in Le Bourget, France on Tuesday, 11th March 2025 for the 24 monthly and 1600 flying hours periodic inspection. This inspection is a mandatory airworthiness requirement that ensures that the main maintenance tasks and due list tasks compiled for the 24 monthly inspections have been completed and functional checks have successfully carried out. Mr. Speaker, also the reported corrosion spots detected within the aircraft fuel tanks, which affected the aircraft's delivery date, have undergone extensive repairs. These corrosion issues in the fuel tanks have since been resolved. However, in the course of the inspection, fuel leakages were observed from the right-hand wing tank. Unfortunately, after successfully repairing the section of the wing that experienced the leakages, other challenge was encountered while reinstalling the lower panel beneath the wing. This occurrence has resulted in further delay in the completion of the inspection. Mr. Speaker, following the difficulties encountered, Dassault Aviation invited the Falcon Wing original equipment manufacturer to the Dassault Falcon Services hangars to enable the OEM conduct an on-site assessment of the right-hand wing lower panel and provide independent technical recommendations aimed at expediting the repair and reinstallation process. The repair from the OEM has been successfully carried out, and the right-hand wing repair has also been completed. Mr. Speaker, upon the completion of this rectification, the aircraft has to undergo a leak test of the fuel tanks, a third engine ground run, painting of the wing lower panel, and finally an acceptance flight will be performed. Right Honorable Speaker, the Falcon 900 executive aircraft will return to Ghana after all the necessary tests.
Bosome frɛ hom na Mashebedwani ene urumunyamfo asafo no opanyini na wakasa wo Mashebedwa fie atudwa kyerɛ mu sɛ amahodo atwe hu ahia no mentemo ase kɔso paa na wobisa sɛ Ghana wona wodi dwa wo yahye so no wo mbabo ho nsɛm etesɛn na nsɛm wodi tu dwa yi na urumunyamfo boja Jemfi kyerɛ mu sɛ bambo ho hyehyɛ de Ghana edibi egu apono so.
What specific changes have been made to the Ghana Armed Forces operational deployments along the Eastern Corridor, including the rapid response task, surveillance, drones, and forward operation bases if we have any, and what are the current rules for engagement to the border and the post? Thank you.
It's aimed at deterring terrorism and violent extremism, thereby maintaining the stability necessary for democratic governance. Mr. Speaker, it is worthy of mention that the participation of the Ghana Armed Forces in United Nations mission has bolstered Ghana Armed Forces image in terms of professionalism, best practices, and respect for human rights. This has reinforced democratic principles within the rank and file of the personnel of the Ghana Armed Forces. Mr. Speaker, the Ministry of Defense prioritizes professionalism, continuous training, modernization, interagency collaboration, and strict adherence to constitutional and ethical standards in managing the Ghana Armed Forces. These measures ensure a disciplined, capable force committed to Ghana's sovereignty, democratic stability, and socio-economic advancement. Mr. Speaker, without going into details about the operational activities, I answer that the operational activities has taken into consideration how to protect our citizens who trade along the borders.
Abusuafo ye kwa ahoma ne so na ye ne amanebofo Philip Atanga atwetwe nkomo kakra afa ene ensema hodo a ekoso ewo court de edi kan no eye Arabia wo ye Nigeria ni wonye mfinhia no aduasanum 35 years samra ye kase owa police fo akachi aremande no esanse wode nkrofo ba o traffic nkrofo e ba ye memu be ye nwuma ensen fata ena afensu Arabia ono so nye mfinhia no aduasanson 37 years ono so yaremande no esanse wakwa akotutuo bi a na eni kwan se woto ye ko na Philippa de honsem no asomye Philippa Mr. Nwumere utimi nka ma akwa ba
meje otimi aba
yo Mr. Wansem mienu isen enene ekoso court
yo nya odi kan ye fa abayiwe bi a ye frɛ no gift Chinyere Aminu hono ono samre otimuafo Susan Edufo ahyese ye mfa ne nkɔ ne mfa ne nkosi na asɛm ni nkyeremu ne sɛ odi Nigeria for mayiwa mienu bi efi Togo abaga na ha odi omu didwa na edwedi oni omu di ni sɛ wa ma omu ebo sɛbi tutu bra ona omu tika egu ne botom na na me no so ma aposifo e woka neshi akwa akɔkye no ema omu di na ma CID wo headquarters sɛ omu ndi na sem ema omu di na ba be pie mu e wo Accra Circuit Court na kwadu a yɛde abɔ ne sɛ wɔyɛ human trafficking no yɛtoto na no ene no ɔsi ondi ho fo ena ono so a oni lawyer eno timuafo na kyerɛ sɛ onkonkope lawyer eno da nkyɛn a onsan yensan fa no nkɔkɔhye aposifo akache na yensan fa no on the 19th of November na judge na asɛm ɔkan ne sɛ ɔhwɛ ewurane ne ya ene nsɛm a kwadubɔfo no de ato court n'anim a si ema no remand a enya ade a mmerɛ so sɛ wɔ so wɔ ba ne yedi na asɛm a ɔbɛba court nti yɛmfa no nkɔtwe aposifo kukum na enufri hɔ a ɛna owura bi a yɛfrɛ no Freedom babani dodo na afrɛ no sɛ yaro ɔwɔ Ashaiman ɛne yɛkyerɛ Sunday yi atwa mu baabi a brono ɔte so ɛwɔ Ashaiman no ɔtutu etuo basa wɔ hɔ no mo ɛma nkɔfo yi aposifo asutire tema aposifo asutire ɛma ɔmokɔkye no ɔmototo na no ɔse baabi a no ɔyɛ adwuma na security company ɛna owura bi ɛbaa sɛ ɔsrɛ no ɔmba opese o high no na ye okwohwe na asase bi ewo Shy Hills so ma no owura no e na edi etu e ma no na posifo di echia ekwohwe ni fie nso na etu no wo ho no mo eno so temuafo Susan Edufo etna edwemu no otie no ne lawyer ni a ye friend Noble Nelson Amedo esre court ne se kema ni bill kwadubofo na ampupuniti na emu temuafo ne se e wo mu se kwadu a ye di abo no emu nhye dan nye dudie na emu tie asem nkyeremu no enya ade a obeta so obema owura ni bill esanse so oma ni bill a ebia na emre so ni ye frɛ ne so omra court ni nti na asema ebia no wamba ono so timuafo na hye asem no sɛ nyame ya adoma 19th of November on sign aposifo and sign fa ne mra court na ye ka ne sɛ case management conference no mo nyɛ na asem yie no ento aso
da wase enwumre ene amanebo a wode asomye ni amanebo for Philip Atanga ene twetwe nkomo ene nsem we koso e wo court ena wode ababedan ye rabia wo free Nigeria memu a chese wode nkrofo ba ha bedidwa edwa ensem fata mfamra kwan so sesi aremande no se de be ya abribi ehia ne court no obetimi akọ sanso ena wowura ye onso wa sha ma okotutu 20 kwan so oto no wono so aremande ne se de be ya abribi ehia no ye betimi adina asem no e wo court na ha na ya home kase ebo no so ye ba ye beto aso
Ghana this year mamunya na akwa abaye to akase bo no eso a NPP amanyuko ni mpenifo a ewo awutu Senya East ena wode to post sign ni wura Christian Tete Yohunu say ene manimi ya wonto nsa emfamfre wo ma se bedwani wo munyafo Phyllis na akoyo okunu na wontoto na no esan say maame no kan se bi e de fa yanka na mra se bedwani wo munyafo Mavis ho kumsen ho echirim se 2024 about wo no wo munyafo ha wo kumsen bo pa ama nipa bi kotutu etuo mo no krampo wo munyafo de tuo ni bi kan ka Krati free interior minister beton montiso chirimu se nya de bibi sa e course na no na NPP mpenifo ni chirimu se sa de a na wo mra se bedwani wo munyafo koyo wo twantro enti post san hen to san fanfre no
so na be sa kumsen na asoma de bodyguard mo wa ko bo bitu e wo bi unani ya no enya no kre enti yes sesa police for ento san fre no wa bra no kre na de di na ensendi o ma omutumi embisa na enchechembi o no famra no owie so a onfa chopa fa maka so man no fa chopa fa kama na police sa kumsen any central for AD commanded ya ka cha ne say police for ento san fre no mo investigation ona akasa so on pacho so one pacho wa nurse of action no ya de bato ano so tapum de wa ye asem amini din egu ma amini hu fi egu party hu fi edu baby development on baby sa akum sina ye oka so in central for mo ka so asem ni media ye di ene development ye de ba ye ka so ha sa development ye be hwe say ni na so bobo ban na etumi akona nim
sanya ye de atoye ma meso no nukro bie nim na ye de say ndc aban na teso ena mo ma ye hwehwe mu ena abede di say eye nukro say obi a attack Felix na akoyo ni convoy election time
na ensemo mpinifo edi tudwa ena wurumanyafo Felix na akoyo okuno ono so afense ntwerefo nhia mu ne wonim efa ansem no ho no ono so kire mu edi akire Ghana na yebejina wiso na akasebo anwumire yi yede besom no yede nyinyina esi yede mudi papa mu idie yemfa seda ma Pepsodent say wonu ma hunu gibe ko ya eno an any Pepsodent ye wa herba chako triple protection cavity fighter boa ama wonu ma hunu die no efa ne ntoma pa edi efra akenkanfo eyeme Sadat Muhammad Mene
abna bayi nyano
yemamumo enhwe